Residential site valuation and cost approach, page 3. On the other hand, the market cannot raise prices too high, even if there appears to be strong demand. High prices can cause some people to look for alternatives in the marketplace. Example: if prices or interest rates become too high, many potential buyers will rent until purchasing becomes more affordable. Or, buyers may simply look for something that fits their needs at a lower price point. Clauses: this is an example of the theory of substitution, which will be discussed later in Rio Ram Ho Strong and BEPREPM Red. The chapter. One final element of demand to consider is the person's ability to pay for the item. Effective purchasing power, also known as effective demand or purchase ability, means the prospective buyer has enough disposable income available to satisfy his needs or desires. A person may want $1 million home. But if he cannot afford to buy it, then that person's demand does not count. In other words, those who create the market for an item must have the means to purchase the item, not just want it. Utility is the degree of usefulness to prospective users. For example, there can be demand for housing, but your home must be perceived as useful, e.g., enough bedrooms. To someone interested in buying it for your home to have value. To illidim utility is the ability of a good or service to satisfy human wants, needs, or desires. 2006-2007 That person. Furthermore, if there is no perceived use for something, then there is no perceived value. This is why the next section of this chapter discusses public and private restrictions on land. For example, government restrictions on the size and placement of buildings may mean that a certain type of building cannot be built on a lot. Any such restrictions can impact the utility and, hence, the value of land. The more restrictions on land, then there are the fewer market 600 Vaj Olav to talk phase or A participants and, therefore, less demand. Scarcity is the perceived supply of a good or service relative to the demand for the item. If there is an unlimited supply of something, then it is perceived to have little value. Of course, the scarce item must also be useful, i.e., have utility. Scarcity and utility must both be present. Things that are scarce but not useful have little value, e.g., common fossils. Just as things that are useful but plentiful have little value, e.g., air and water. Assom Appen va people generally perceive land to be valuable because there is a limited supply of it. This notion of scarcity feeds the anticipation of real estate buyers, because they hear or maybe sell that they are buying property as an investment that will increase in value in the future. Value is also derived from scarcity due to uniqueness. For example, the fact that there is only one of a particular house in a given location. If people really desire a certain home in a certain location, then more value may be created. Extra notes: clauses pay oven and above your pay over and above Rio Rancho Strong analysis be prepared 2006 to 2007 $600 VA appraisals. We are not allowed to talk fees. Some ABQ appraisers here making close to BVA.